We're back. Grind, grit, repeat. It's been a minute. Uh, here with my boy Luke.
Hey, I'm here. Took a second to get everything set up, but we're rolling.
Yeah,
Rolling. I like it.
our last episode was the camping episode.
Yeah.
So we talked about trying to put something out there, maybe once a month, trying to dial it back a little bit. Well, we dialed it back a little too much.
Yeah.
So
it's been a couple of weeks.
yeah,
right?
it's been
Oh, look, we
2
got the
months,
reactions.
May.
We got the thumbs.
hey, it's been that last one was the end of May. It's the end of July. So it's been almost 2 months.
Yeah.
So anyway, life's been busy. It's been hot.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's been
Everybody
hot.
has a lot of stuff going on. I know I've had a lot of stuff going on. Definitely had to take a lot of vacations in order to actually step away. Because if I didn't take those, if I was at home, I would just be focused on work.
Yeah.
So, and I know you've got a lot of stuff that's going on. You got a lot of things in the work.
Yep.
Obviously, Austin's busy. Still couldn't make it. But
Busy lives.
Luke and I talked, and we don't want to let this thing go. I
No,
think
definitely not.
personally, I mean, I'm a little biased, but I think we got some good stuff.
Yeah.
So,
I think so too.
Luke and I were talking a little bit before. We're gonna try to get this thing kind of back rolling. May change a few things up. I may do some stuff from another location, but with a setup instead of a cell phone and a friggin' earbud.
Earbuds. Yeah. We'll get you a good mic and everything.
Yeah, so get a full setup at my own spot, and then also still come up here when we can. Because I mean, let's be honest, it's the man cave. We got our grind, get, repeat banner. We got Luke with his flag in the back. He's got AC. It's really hot.
That AC is really good.
So
Yeah, so I'm happy with that. The AC has been real clutch.
so that's nice. But anyway, so we're gonna try to actually rebuild this thing and boost it back up and see where it goes. And again, just some friggin', down to earth dudes talking about our life, and we want to talk about other lives of similar folks. And I mean, today we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on in the world. Part of why I told Luke, dude, we got to get together. I got some shit to say.
Yeah, right?
So
there's a lot of stuff going on in the world.
A lot of stuff in the world, a lot of stuff in our lives. Like I said, Luke and I were chatting, and we're like, let's put in a little more effort for this thing. Let's see how far we can take it. We started to kind of gain some ground, and then things got busy, life got busy, and we kind of put it to the back burner because we decided, okay, instead of one a week, let's try maybe one a month, kind of backpedal just a little bit because it's a lot. It's a lot to do one of these episodes. I mean, it's a lot for Luke, mostly for Luke, but I got to travel. I mean, it's hot as the devil's pecker outside.
What is it right now? I think it's like 107 outside right now.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I'm definitely not in a tree right now. So
did you know on Monday, fun fact, I read this online, so maybe it's not true, so don't fact check me, but it was the hottest recorded day on Earth on yesterday, Monday.
The hottest recorded day on Earth?
Average temperature was the hottest recorded.
Amongst, like...
The whole world.
The whole world.
Yep, that's been recorded. It was the hottest day that's ever been recorded. Crazy. I looked at the map, and the map was like showing all the temperatures, and like the whole entire Earth was like just like red.
So the day after Biden dropped out was the hottest day in the world.
Yeah, maybe the devil got real mad. I don't know. It was hot.
Somebody lost control. But
man.
This is what I'm talking about. Like, there's some shit going on. So it's up to you, Luke. I'm gonna leave it in your court. You want to talk about the world? You want to talk about life first?
Oh man, that's a good question.
Sit back, relax, grab a popcorn, or if you're at work, I don't know, take a 15
grab
twice.
some water because it's probably hot.
Yeah, get yourself one of them squencher packets.
Yeah. Let's go with life first.
Okay.
Or the world first, like what's going on with the world. Let's go macro, and then we'll go micro.
Okay.
And talk about what we've been dealing with. But I'll start that off. Dude, I have been on social media, and I feel like the news cycle, like back in the day, the news cycle was like every 24 hours, right? You'd watch the news at like 5 p.m. or whatever, and that was the news that you got, and you caught up on everything that was going on in the last everything that was going on in like the last like 24 hours, right? Now I feel like the news cycle is changing. Like it started to change like every couple hours, like 3-4 hours or something new. Right now with everything that's going on, it's changing like every 20 minutes. There's something new going on, yeah, it's been crazy, dude. With everything that's going on with the assassination attempt, to the the hearings, to Biden dropping out, to Kamala taking over now and being the nominee. Everything is changing so rapidly, and it's just been crazy. There was actually footage right when you were driving up here today. There's actually a video that came out it was body cam footage of, I'm assuming, one of the sniper teams from the rally on the day of. They're up on the roof, the sloped roof that was too dangerous
For a cow. I'm sure we all saw that one.
And it was body cam footage, and they're talking about the shooter, and I think it was at like 7:00, 7:10, that this body cam footage is from. So it's within an hour of the shooting, because I think it happened at like 6:15 local time, and so it was within an hour, and they're up there talking about the shooter and just like some details about what was going on and that sort of thing. And so that just released as you were driving up, probably about 2 hours ago, maybe. And so it's just changing rapidly. I mean, last night there was stuff going around that, Biden was in hospice and there was a chance that he wasn't going to survive the night. So the news cycle right now is every 30 minutes there's something new going on, and I can't believe how it's only been like a week, like a week and a half.
Well, but shocker, the news doesn't know.
Yeah, they don't.
Like,
know
are we really that surprised?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like you said, it's rapidly changing every minute.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. I've tried really hard not to go down all the conspiracy rabbit holes that are out there.
I do.
I know you do.
They're fun.
And
They're
I some of them make sense.
Too much.
But,
sense.
like, just factually based, like, ball was fumbled and dropped.
Hard.
And the fact that the person in charge of the people who fumbled and dropped, it'd be like the coach of a football team that was out on the field for like the first time ever playing the last year's Super Bowl champs. And the coach is like, I don't know why they did that. Well, haven't you been coaching them? Aren't you involved in this? Were you at the game? But it's like, somebody obviously dropped the ball, right? Yep. Things went wrong. But like I saw one today about like they had like a great all lift holding up like a speaker for the mic system off to the side. So, they had like cranes out there holding up the flag.
Yeah.
And they had a great all holding up like the big tower of speakers for the mic system.
Yeah.
And during the shooting, a hydraulic hose bursts and the great all starts to come down. Did you see that one?
Yeah, I saw that.
And
I
people are like,
seeing that.
But see, here's the thing: is
of.
people go right to like, oh, look, this was supposed to be the distraction. And my first thought was like, oh shit, the guy shot the hydraulic line.
Yeah.
The shooting's already happening. And I'm like, wow, that guy missed bad and he hit a friggin' hydraulic line because it's in that same line of sight. But that's what I'm saying is like the jump to conclusions, and then it's like the media hears these conclusions and then like shares it. And it's like, wait a minute, anybody got facts on this? The facts that I know is somebody messed up. This whack job tried to shoot the president, failed, luckily, but also,
yeah, right.
Like you've seen videos of people being like, "Hey, there's a guy on the roof."
Yeah.
Hey, police, over here. There's a guy on the roof. He's got a gun. Like, we've seen it. So, like, conspiracies all aside, how was that guy? Even Trump came out and said today that the ladder. Everyone's seen the picture of the ladder. was from an officer climbing up there to see, and apparently like saw the guy pointed the gun at him or looked at him or whatever, made him uncomfortable. And Trump's like, and I understand, like his life was in danger, so he came down. But like, where was the call after that? Why were people not telling me, hey, sir, let's wait 10, 15, 20 minutes before we go out there.
Yeah.
We have a potential issue. We're looking into it, yada, yada, yada. Like, why did that not happen?
Yeah, at least USS Director Cheadle can go back to protecting Pepsi and PepsiCo products. So,
Cheetos.
yeah.
Cheetos are made by Pepsi.
Yep.
That's why they call her Cheeto.
Yeah. She put in her resignation. I think that was this morning.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting how when things go wrong, people just are seeming to quit.
Yeah.
I wish when life got hard.
good.
I wish when life got hard, I could just quit.
Yeah, we can't. But to be fair, the issues that you run into are not protecting or failing to protect the former president, should be current president, soon to be president again. And so, your job doesn't revolve around that. If you fail at that, you should lose your job and you should have to resign. Although I don't feel like you should resign. I feel like you should just be fired. It shouldn't be a resignation. It should be a firing, and you're fired because you failed at your job. Sorry.
I mean,
Terrible job.
I know guys that have failed at their job that caused damage to non-political officials and have gotten fired
Yeah, you should be fired.
because they were, what's the word? Incompetent.
Yeah. That's
So,
putting it minor, I feel
yeah,
like.
I mean, that's the world we're living in, and that's just the political aspect of it. I mean, inflation is still through the roof. They're saying like, "Oh, inflation's down." Inflation's not down. It has slowed down. The rise, the increase, the amount, the speed at which it is increasing has come down,
Yeah.
but it is not down.
Yeah, the debate at the end of June where they're like groceries have gone from $100 to $120 or whatever. That really pissed me off. I remember I was like, it's not $120. Try like $300 now. It's gone from like $100 to who knows? It's gone up significantly. There's that guy, I don't know if you saw the video, it was like a reel, but he was doing, and I'm sure everyone...
He did his Walmart thing, like reorder from 3 years ago or whatever.
My mom even told me about it, so I know it hit the Facebook crowd.
Yeah. Probably hit the MySpace crowd.
Yeah, no shit, right? And yeah, if you haven't seen it, it's a video. This guy is like, I went to reorder my order from whatever year, 2020.
It was 2020.
2020, yeah. I reordered from 2020, and it's like $450 now, and it was like $150. It was insane. It's just like, yeah, no shit. And they were saying in the debate, groceries have gone up from, on average, $100 to $120. Bullshit. What country are you living in? Bullshit, dude. That made me so mad.
I left, was it Walmart? I left Walmart, when was that? It was before we went on our last trip. Again, I've been going on a lot of vacations the last 2 months in order to take a break.
Yeah.
But we went to Bodega Bay for 4 days, and we needed a few last minute things. But I bought literally a bag full of stuff and one of like the 16 pack of like the little baby Gatorades. So one grocery bag, one plastic bag, which alone was, what are those now, like 13 cents?
10 cents.
No, they went up.
Did they? Oh.
Yeah.
The local grocery store here is 10 cents.
So a plastic grocery bag, a plastic Walmart grocery bag. Everybody knows what those are.
Save the environment.
Yeah. Well, just pay for it, and apparently the environment's fine.
Yeah.
But one of those,
Don't worry
fairly
about all
full,
the masks going everywhere.
and a 16 pack of mini Gatorades was $121 for one bag. And it was, I had to get, what did I get? I got travel toothbrushes. I had to get some, I think like makeup stuff for my wife, but it wasn't, obviously people hear makeup and they're like, well, that was the expense, but it was like one thing. It was like mascara or something. It was cheap. It was like $5. And then I got like a thing of fruit and some snacks, all in one grocery bag,
Mm-hmm.
and then that little 16 pack. And I got a bottle of tequila. But that was 30. So still, that one bag minus the tequila was $90.
It's crazy.
And I'm like, I expected to leave here spending $45 even with the tequila,
Yeah.
not friggin' 121.
Yeah, everything has gone up, man. Everything has gone up.
I mean, fuel prices, insane.
Yeah.
I mean, you would think like, so my boat's broken still, which we talked about in the camping episode. You'd think not having to fuel up this summer, like that would have saved us, but not really, because now our, family fun time thing that we do is boating, and we can't boat, so we're having to fill it with other stuff. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. We go on a couple trips. What do we got here?
I'm gonna pull it up.
Oh,
people
gas
can see it.
prices. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I have a diesel truck. Huh. That ain't cheap.
Yep. There's the average gas price right here. California, $4.66.
For gas. What's
Yep.
diesel? Can we
Uh,
find that or no?
Yeah, probably. Let's see. Diesel. Highest recorded average price, $5.81 in 2022. Let's see. Never been here, so.
That's
bear
fine.
with me.
We'll figure it out together.
Yeah. All right, let's see what we can find here.
Anyway,
let me try to find it. But
That's, again, like, politics aside, that's just the freaking world that we're in right now. Everything is extremely expensive. I mean, and what baffles me is that people are buying.
yeah, okay, so here we go.
People are paying for shit.
Here we go. So this is current average, national average gas prices. Currently, right now, $3.50. It's definitely more in California. California's is $4.66, but national average, $3.50. A year ago was $3.59. So it's gone down 9 cents. It's gone down 9 cents since a year ago. So tell me that inflation is going down. It's not. Inflation, it's exactly the same. It has slowed down a little bit, but it is just as expensive as it was. Oh, and we got the summer pricing for gas, blah, 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 blah. Get out of here.
But were these from what is that? That's current, or that's from 2022?
This is current right now, $3.50. A year ago, this is $3.59. So the 2022 was a different. That was looking at California. Here we go. So California, $4.66 current average.
Look at diesel.
Yeah, $5, $5.12. It's gone down slightly. Gone down slightly. And that's because they're trying to do this is the highest the highest recorded average.
That
So
that
2
went,
years ago, it was $7.
You're right. And 2 years ago was the middle of what?
Yeah. The tail end of COVID.
No.
In 2022, yeah, I would say that was towards the end.
Okay, but between 2020 and 24, what happened in those 4 years?
Yeah,
That was right in the middle of 4 years of what's happening in
currently, yeah.
the world. But I don't know. I don't know how y'all are out there doing it. I don't know how people don't bat an eye at this stuff in prices in general. And again, maybe it's happening all around the world, but here in California, it's like, I'm sitting there tripping over $120 for a bag of groceries, and the lady behind me's got a cart full and gets into her Tesla, and I'm just like, how?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot. It's insane.
Yep.
But yeah, and then I mean, we got things going on with schools and our kids. I mean, here in California, I'm sure that's where probably all of our listeners are. But if you're in another state and you're unaware, here in California, schools are no longer required to tell parents if their kids are deciding to
Dude.
transition.
That is wild to me. That is so crazy.
So if I have, I don't know, my 8-year-old or now 11-year-old in school and wanting to change their identity, and don't want to tell mom and dad about it, then they tell the school about it, the school doesn't keep us in the loop. I mean, I'm sorry, but like when I was a kid growing up in childcare, if I got a bump or a boo-boo, the school told my parents. If I got in a fight, the school told my parents. If something went wrong, the school told my parents. You're paying these people to teach and take care and be an influence on our children. Like they teachers get paid. Even in public school, it comes from our taxes, right?
Yep.
They're getting paid to do this.
You're not in charge of your kids anymore.
No, when your kids go off to school, you're no longer paying them to like. I don't know what we're paying them for, to be honest. I really don't. My oldest told me that my oldest is 11, going into 6th grade, and I was proud to hear this. But she had a friend, and they're no longer friends for other reasons. I mean, the drama with 5th and 6th grade girls, dude, is like the shit we dealt with in high school.
Yeah.
And I'm like, y'all are 10, 11 years old. Really? Like, this is what we're doing at 10 or 11 years old?
Right.
Anyway, a girl that she used to be friends with, they're not friends anymore for a bunch of other reasons, but she doesn't even talk to her anymore because her old friend has a boyfriend that is a girl that identifies as a boy. 11 years old. 6th grade. What?
So crazy. What the fuck?
Like,
The fuck, dude.
and my daughter told us this. She told us this recently.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, yeah, like we don't really talk anymore. And that's part of the reason. She's like, I'm kind of uncomfortable with that.
Yeah, it makes everyone uncomfortable.
But now my daughter risks being seen as like a friggin'
Transphobe.
yeah,
Yeah.
because it makes her uncomfortable.
Yep.
And the girl, boyfriend, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
used to be friends with my daughter back in like 3rd grade, 4th grade. Was a girl. Told me what her name was. And it just baffles me. Like, these are like 11-year-olds.
Yeah.
Why is this happening with 11-year-olds? I don't get it. I really, again, I just don't understand. When I was 11, the last thing I was worried about was, is that a boy or a girl?
Yeah. Right.
What
grade is it again? You said 6th.
she's going into 6th, so she
Going
just
into
got done
6th.
with 5th.
Okay, so she's done with elementary school and going into middle school.
No,
Oh, not in your area?
no, where they're at. So where they're at kindergarten through or TK, which I don't know what the T stands for, but it's pre-kindergarten to 3rd grade is one school. 4th, 5th, and 6th is another school. 7th and 8th is middle school, and then high school is freshman through senior.
Got it.
9
Okay.
through 12. But anyway, that's the world stuff that, I mean, when she told me that, and I just, it's tough, man. It's tough because we can't keep our kids, as hard as we try, it's hard to keep your kids away from what's really happening. And then if you do, exactly, in California, and then if you do kind of shelter them from it, when they become adults, they're going to be like, what?
Yeah.
And it's like, you got to find that fine line of like, okay, well, this is what's going on. Also, like, you're allowed to feel how you feel about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, obviously, as parents, we would prefer one thing over the other, but you're going to feel about it how you feel about it. If you want to talk about it, we're here. And luckily, my daughter talked about it. She kind of supports the same views, which, again, made me happy to hear. That she's like, I don't get it. And I was like, honey, I'm almost 35 years old. Neither do I.
Yeah.
I don't get it. And I'm sure we'll have somebody comment that'll call me a transphobe, trans hate. Whatever. Do your life, but keep my kids out of it.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Yeah.
simple.
You can unfollow. I'm okay with you not following our
I mean,
podcast.
again, Luke, what were you doing at 11?
I was
What were
trying
you
to-
worried about at 11?
Dude, I don't riding my bike, I guess, probably. I don't know, like, hey, am I going to hit that jump or not? Like,
Yeah.
at 11 years old, dude, at 11, between 5th and 6th grade.
Don't get me wrong. I liked girls. I had a little girlfriend. Like, that meant we held hands.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't serious. It's not like we had licenses and can go out on dates. I think during the summer we went swimming at the local pool, and like my dad picked us up, dropped us off, stayed.
Yeah.
So like, but other than that, like at 11, gosh, I didn't even play video games.
Well, I did that.
I know, but like I didn't. I think I was still building like tree forts in.
Yeah.
Like you said, literally, I remember my neighbor had a little plastic. You remember those little plastic kicker ramps that you could buy at like Toys R Us?
Yeah.
We had one of those, and we were like, let's make it bigger. So we shoveled dirt on it to try to make like a dirt jump.
Yeah.
And use that as like our platform.
Yeah.
Like, that's-
I was for sure riding bikes.
Other than academics, that's what was on my mind.
Yeah.
I mean, not what is that? What am I? What like
What are you?
what?
Pronouns? Like, what the heck? Dude, I didn't even know what a pronoun was back then, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
you
what
don't
the
learn that till
Oh.
junior high, high school, right?
I mean, probably earlier, but, you know, I wasn't, like, concerned about that. It's, you know, Mrs. whoever is my teacher, you know, or Mr. whoever is the teacher. And then, you know, it's, you know, kids, you say their name, you know, or whatnot. Like, I'm not concerned about she, they, them, her, he, him. Like, they, them was not the... That's wild. That they, them, that's completely improper English. Oh, yeah. They. Oh, there's multiple. No, there's just one person.
Thank you. I
It's
thought I
great.
was the only person out there saying this.
Dude.
Of like, whenever somebody refers to somebody as they, I'm like looking for a group of people.
Yeah.
Like, who? Like, there's one person, but like you said they, so like, I'm looking for 2, 3, 4 people. Just that's how my brain works.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
somebody.
grammar. That's the one thing that really bothers me too. It's like
I don't want to
so-
say too much, but let's just say there's somebody that I know and has a situation like that with their, as they refer to it, partner.
Mhm.
And I told him, I was like, I don't want to sound rude in respect to you, but when you're referring to your, and again, I had to tell him, like, this is who I am, so I don't mean it to come off like I'm being a dick.
Yeah.
But like we worked together for a while, and I'd be like, you know, oh, what does your wife do? And he'd be like, oh, well, my partner. And I was like, oh, my bad. Like, that's just, my brain doesn't function that way. I'm not being hateful.
Yeah.
My brain just doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and when he would say they, like literally he was talking about a trip he went on, and like, he's like, oh yeah, and I forgot them at the airport. And I was like, oh dang, like you forgot some people at the airport? And he was like, well, no, my partner. And I was like, well, you said them. Like, I thought you meant like multiple people.
Like, did you need a van?
Like, yeah, I'm like, oh, how many people did you leave? He's like, well, one. I was like, oh,
Okay.
my.
Oh, it's my fault. I got it wrong. I didn't
Yeah,
understand.
but
Okay.
but also
Okay.
I'm kind of like, you know, again, like I have to work with the guy, so I didn't want to be rude, but
Yeah.
also like
Yeah.
if I've got to try to figure that out, then you need to understand me. And I did not learn the way I learned what these terms and pronouns mean is different than what they mean now.
Yep.
And we know me in technology. Am I great with change? Not really.
No.
And speaking of which, this is a good transition
Yeah.
into talking about our personal life. I've never felt more illiterate in my entire life than taking the Pellet B test.
Ooh. How'd that go?
Well, the last time I had to spell things without a Siri or a computer correcting it
you.
for me, like, oh, you missed one letter, let me just put it in there for you, was 17 years ago.
It's a long time ago.
So the Pellet B is vocabulary, spelling, just
Math?
no math. It's vocabulary, spelling, like reading comprehension, stuff like that. Grammar, a little bit of grammar in there. And again, the last time I had to do that, because like I did a year of college, and even then all my reports were typed, and autocorrect
Yeah.
was my best friend.
Oh, wasn't it on a typewriter?
You're such a dick. No, it wasn't on a typewriter. It was on a computer. It was on an HP that was as heavy as a friggin' tire. But it was a laptop.
Yeah.
Anyway, actually, it was an Acer.
Oh.
Do you remember those?
Oh yeah, they're still around.
Anyway, so again, I'm sitting there going like, well, crap, that's how I would spell it, but would autocorrect change it? Like, I don't know if I've been spelling it right. I don't reread a text. I don't reread something I typed.
Yeah.
If it's a red line, I right click and it says this is the correct way, and I go, all right, thanks.
Cool.
And so again, I just took it yesterday.
Ooh, just yesterday.
Just yesterday.
Okay.
I took the full 2.5 hours.
Okay. Did you finish the whole test?
I did.
Because you can like not finish the whole thing, but obviously you completed because you made it to the end. So you finished everything.
I
That's
did.
good.
I kind of scrambled at the very end.
Okay,
Like
yeah,
I
a
did
few.
the thing where like I did what I thought I knew and then came back for the ones I struggled with.
Yeah.
But yeah, I left that thing going, man, am I really that dumb? And like, I hope I passed, but
Yeah.
honestly, I won't be surprised if I didn't, because what I thought was, and I probably could have studied more, because like I found out they have literally
Everyone
like
can.
programs and shit that you can
Yeah.
buy and download and study, courses you can take. Meanwhile, like I just sat there and did a couple practice tests and went, okay, I need to study these few things. I'm going to study these few things. But even the practice tests, like the spelling part, none of those words were on this test. So it's like, oh man, I got that one wrong. Oh, it's IE, not EI. And it was
Yeah.
like, you know,
I
different.
before E except after C.
Cool.
Yeah.
But anyway, and then the last 40 questions was fill in the blanks. Was it that way back in the day when you took it?
I don't remember. It's been a
Literally,
long time.
I
since
had to
took it.
read 2 pages,
It's been a while since I've taken it.
2 typed up pages, right?
Mm-hmm.
And 40 blanks in the sentences. So it was literally like 3 or 4 words blank, 3 or 4 words blank, 3 or 4 words
Yeah.
blank. And I was like, what?
Yeah, I remember that part. I remember that part when I took the test because I took it in 2018, I want to say.
Okay, but
Maybe
when did you graduate?
2017.
When did you graduate high school?
2013.
So 4 years later.
Yeah, and I was going through college too. So I took it right after college or right at the end of college. So
Imagine 17
Yeah.
years
Yeah,
after you graduated high school.
Exactly, yeah. So
And you've been doing construction, driving a garbage truck, and cutting trees down.
yeah. It wasn't as hard. I'm pretty sure I passed. I could probably find it somewhere in my emails or whatnot. If you want to turn it up a little bit, it is getting a little hot. So if you want to turn the fan up, if you hear the fan going in our microphones, apologies.
I'm not
currently-
sure if you can start to see the shimmer.
Yeah, it's currently, just so people know, it's 79.2 degrees in my office right now. So it's a little.
And I just set that to 66. Let's do 65.
I mean, it's not going to get that low.
Why not? You got water in it?
Well, no, it doesn't take water, but it's not going to get to 65 for a while.
What runs through it to make it cool? Freon? You got Freon in it?
Probably. I don't know. I didn't fill
You
it
just
up.
took it out of the box, put it in the window, and said, we're good.
Yeah. I didn't say anything about filling it up. I didn't fill it up.
All right, well,
I followed the directions.
fingers crossed, because I'm getting a little warm.
It does work. It does get cold.
Yeah.
We just need to have the fan. That's the thing, is the fan is low.
Yeah.
It's like 108 degrees outside, people.
So let me
Live
go
with
out.
a little- live
let
with
me
a little
let's
fan.
take a break. I'll go outside for 30 seconds. I'll come back in. It'll feel cold as ice.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, I took the pellet
It's been a
B.
while since I've taken it. So you took it.
I took it. It's been
You finished?
I finished. I left there going, man, like I was not well prepared for that, and it didn't even seem like it was that hard. I just felt dumb.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping, because I know there was again, if it's something that you can take like a friggin', I think the guy had like a 16-day course.
Yeah.
So like a little over 2-week course. So let's call it 3 weeks. So yeah, I took the pellet B test because I applied for a position to be a police officer
Woo!
in hopes of many things. one, I don't know. It's always been a job that I was interested in.
Keep talking. I'm going to fix some things, but just keep
Okay.
talking.
It was always a job that I was interested in, but it was something that like, so I've done construction physical work since I was 18. So the transition is what made me nervous. Like transitioning from one type of way from one thing to another thing, like completely different. So construction, truck driving, you know, climbing poles, climbing tree work, that kind of stuff, to becoming a police officer. I was like, oh man, like that's like maybe next year. And then eventually I got to the age where it's like, crap, is it too late? Well, my dad met a 42-year-old rookie with a police department. I won't say which one, but a 42-year-old rookie, first year on the force.
Yeah, I actually know someone who's going through, and they said there's someone in their class right now, and he's going through the academy, and he's in his 50s, 52.
But you know what else I thought is if I pass this test, and I'm sure I can pass the physical agility test. I may not look it, but I'm actually pretty strong. I'm pretty sure I can help myself in the interview process with my life experience. That's how I'm looking at it. Because I saw the guys in the test. I mean, I'm up against maybe 23, 24, 25-year-old boys, girls, some yoked-looking young bucks that probably still live at home. And I'm just kind of like, man, like they could probably beat me in a foot race.
Yeah.
But like being in serious situations and being able to keep your composure, like I think I got them on that.
Yeah.
So anyway, I figured, you know what? I'm done with excuses on why I can't. I'm going to shoot my shot. So
Yeah.
I did. We'll see. Keep you guys updated. But I'm also just personal life wise looking for a bit of a change. Doing the two jobs, you know, the 9 to 5, which is 5:30 to 1:30 actually. And then doing tree stuff on top of that. It's just really starting to wear and tear and kind of burn me out mentally and physically. And not that obviously being a police officer is a very physical job. Not that I'm lazy. It's just been, I don't know. It's a lot to have to do everything. You know what I mean? If I had somebody else running the company and doing all the background work and I just had to go do trees, dope.
Yeah.
I got the ability to do that. Or if I was just the head honcho guy and I had a crew out there doing trees, which was my goal, still kind of is my goal. Excuse me. Like that's obviously where I would like to be, but trying to get to that position while working another 40 plus hours at another job takes longer.
Yeah.
In 5 years, you would think a company would have, you know, at least doubled, if not tripled in size.
Yeah.
I-
Goals.
I have more people now. I'm not doing a lot of things. Anyway, so yeah, I got a couple irons in the fire. I got a couple of things at play. This being one of them. Again, originally the plan with this was just to hang out, chill, chat, whatever. Still the plan, but I'd like for it to grow. You know, I'd like to put some more of my own effort and some time and whatever I need to boost this thing up to get the position where we're out there. People know about us. People know about our brand. I guess that be it? Like branding ourselves.
Yeah.
Branding our show.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, yeah, trying to find something else that can give me some more time at home, but still make sure I'm providing for my family. And again, still doing a physical labor job. I never thought I'd be in a position where I was doing a podcast in general, which is funny because this was my idea. Let alone trying to be like, you know what? People out there doing this can make it. Again, biased opinion. I think we got some good stuff.
Yeah. I agree.
So I think we just need to get out there for people to see it and people to hear it. And I mean, I know a few people that have talked to me that like it. I've had people say, "What the heck? You guys haven't posted anything in like 2 months. What's going on?"
Yeah, right.
So if you guys can help us, again, we don't have a huge following yet, but like sharing our stuff, liking it, like I'm sure Luke will make a couple of little shorts. If you guys think
Yep.
they're funny, give it a like. share it on your story, share it on your page. We're going to get some more stickers. Might be working on getting a couple T-shirts. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, we can't be the only ones, right? I know we're not the only ones out there that are like, man, life is tough. The world's tough. I'm tough, but it's tough.
It's tough.
That might be a friggin' T-shirt.
Yeah.
Life's tough, the world tough, but I'm tough. Anyway,
Take it to
so
the bank.
yeah, that's where I'm at. And Luke, I know you got a few things going on. Share what you're comfortable sharing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So, I mean, in the interest of trying to get my wife to not have to work, I started a business with our other guy that's been on the show, Austin. Him and I started our own business here, doing home inspections.
I wasn't cool enough.
No. So we started it. It's called Family Guard Inspection Services. Sorry, it's super hot in here now that the breakers popped twice. Well, it's kicking back up. Hopefully the power stays on. So apologies. You guys are going to see little pop-ups. I'm sure you've already seen it because you're watching this far. And I'm going to throw them in there. Anyways, we started our own business, and we got a job lined up already, which is awesome. So we got somebody that is buying their first home, brand new home, new build, and we're going to be inspecting their home. But I'm hoping to get that kicked off and started up and going and stuff. I've been going through school for that. I think I mentioned that on other podcast, is that I was going through school, but I didn't say what it was because I didn't know where anything was going to go with that, how far it was going to go or anything. But still going through the schooling and everything. But yeah, gonna get that job done, and I'm excited for this new venture. It's a little nerve-wracking for me just because I have been with the same job for 9 years, almost coming up on 9 years. In a couple months will be 9 years, so it's a little scary. I just got the inspection software that we use when we're going through the home, and just like our check guide and going through our checklist of everything that needs to be inspected and stuff. And I just got the software for it. And after seeing the software, it put me a little at ease, because I think the software is a huge component to it to help you out on your checklist as to what you need to check for and that sort of thing. Obviously, you have to know what you're looking for and what's wrong, what's right, all that kind of stuff. There's a reason why there's schooling involved and stuff. But after seeing the software, it put me a little at ease. And so, yeah, I'm excited to get this going and everything, and see where it takes me. But my goal is definitely to try to get my wife to be able to quit her job and stay with our kids full time, so that way they're not going to public school. And we'll just do some homeschooling, and that is my goal. And with my two little ones and my older one, almost 3 years old now, so that is what I've been busy with, and why I've been pretty busy the last couple of months is just trying to get that up and running around with my head cut off.
Well, and my understanding is you've pretty much done it, right? You said you got your first job lined up, but as far as everything else is concerned, you got everything set up.
Yeah, we got business license with the state and with the county, got insurance, got the inspection software. The only thing that I'm really missing, and that's just because I just need to double check with Austin what tools he's got, but we just need to buy some of the tools. But that's pretty much it, just the tools, and then we can kind of go do our job and do our thing. So
The first house I bought in 2009, you know what tool he had for his inspection? A ski pole.
okay,
That's
probe to check the.
No, not a probe. A ski pole.
Is it pokey on the end?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's probably checking the wood.
But like, he didn't go out and buy an inspection probe. He had a freaking ski pole.
Yeah.
And was like, oh, this fascia's a little rotted. Oh, this siding needs to be replaced.
Yes. So from the one thing that I've learned with my class is that the minimum for a home inspection is very minimal, and the bare minimum to get a home inspection done can be done and could be done with your hands tied behind your back, because it is a visual inspection only. You can go further and take another step to where you have tools where you're, going a little bit above and beyond, which is probably what you would want to do. You'd probably want
Yeah.
to. You also technically, bare minimum, do not need to go on a roof. You don't have to.
Especially if they're sloped.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are dangerous.
Dude, it was so funny because I'd been for the past past 2 weeks, because the classes go at your own pace. And so like the last 2 weeks, I've been slowly working on how to inspect a roof. And part of inspecting a roof is, it goes in part of the class on inspecting a roof is going over like slope and rise and run and all this kind of stuff. And so it was really funny when all this stuff
known as the pitch.
Yep, and the pitch and everything. So all that kind of stuff I've been going over and getting drilled into my brain here. And it was really funny just with everything going on with the Secret Service, how they were scared of a roof on that roof. And it was just really funny because I was learning about how to inspect a roof. And I'm like, that's definitely a roof I'd go walk on. So
I don't know that. I don't know.
Yeah. You can go a little above and beyond and go walk on roofs if you want to, but that's a hazard pay because that's potentially hazardous to walk on a roof, just depending on where you're at and that sort of thing. And so, yeah, it's been pretty cool going through the class and everything. And so, a lot of things that you have to look out for and stuff. But I'm excited to start this venture for sure.
Well, I'm excited for you.
Yeah. So thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So, hopefully it'll all go good and I'll have start getting some jobs.
So that's the
up.
thing is when we're making these life changes, like obviously it takes a lot of our focus, right? Takes a lot of time, energy, money.
Yep.
I mean, it takes a lot of everything. So for us to do that and Luke to do that and me to be doing and trying to make the changes that I'm trying to make. And again, also take a break. Like since we saw you guys last camping, we've been on 3 little like mini trip vacations.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that you've taken a couple of.
And it sucks because like it costs money and it's not like we're millionaires and like cool business is booming, we're doing great. It's more so like I need to take a break, and when I'm at home, but when I'm at home, it's like there's always stuff to do at home.
Always.
But also I'm sitting there like I feel like I need to be doing something. Mm-hmm. Like, why don't I have a job lined up? Well, honestly, I took a week where I didn't line anything up when it was 113. So, like, we had that for a week straight, and I'm like, I'm not doing trees at 5 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah.
Not doing it.
Yeah.
I did go up and actually do a big job recently when it was 106, one of those eucalyptus trees. It was 106 degrees that day.
Yeah, that's hot.
And I freaking cramped up, and I was hot, and I was tired, and we did it 2 days in a row, Saturday and a Sunday.
Yeah.
And it was hot, but I was like, man, at least we could start early in the morning, and we kind of ended by like 3 o'clock each day to be like, all right, cool. It's hot already, but like it's only going to get hotter. Call it quits, take a cool shower, relax, cool off, drink a bunch of water and Gatorade. But when I'm leaving a job at 2 o'clock and heading to another job by 3 o'clock, and it's just about to be the hottest part of the day, and I'm about to go up into a tree, that's where I'm like, man, I'm going to friggin', that's just heat stroke waiting to happen.
Yeah.
So, anyway, sorry we've been gone, but we'll get back to it. Luke's going to help me get another setup at another location. That way we can make sure we're more adept to do this.
Yeah.
But let's end with some videos.
Yeah.
We always got to do some cool videos, and Luke luckily has these thrown together because I was no help. I'll try to be good commentary. How's that?
Sounds good.
All right.
All right. Sorry about that. I had to cut some things out, but y'all should be able to see the video now. So,
is that Spanish for level? Stabila?
Stabila, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, that would be stable, right?
Maybe. Maybe that's... I don't know.
Anyway, we got a homemade level.
Yep, we got a homemade level. Here we go. Let me just make sure we can hear it. Okay, we should be able to hear it now.
Yo, check this out.
Perfect.
Looks good.
Tits. Right on the money.
Always.
Always.
Always level. Look at that.
Yep. You know
Looking
you're
good.
good. You know you're good when it's always level. That's
good.
funny. I mean, it's funny, but like, could you imagine? Did I send you the picture of that fence that I
Which
saw?
one?
I didn't because I sent it on Snapchat and you don't have
Oh.
Snapchat.
Yeah, I don't do Snapchat.
So, dude, it was an epitome. Let me pull up the next one. Let me see if I have a picture of it on my phone.
All right.
Dude, it was the epitome of like, I found somebody that could do it cheaper.
Oh man. All right, we got. We're taking it back because this one is old one. This one's or not an old one, but we've had a couple of these in our past videos. It's we got a Fuck It Friday. So here we go.
Oh, I like this guy.
All right, here we go.
It's Fuck It Friday. Caulked off the sink for this client. It's good to go. Put a new spigot in the shower for this client.
What?
On to the next, where we doubled the voltage. This is an easy way to go from 120
Oh,
to
God.
240. Installed, ready to go. Plug in whatever you need. Even though I cashed the check 2 weeks ago, I decided to come back around for this client and finish the tile work around the window. They were super happy with this job. I finished
Yeah, they
the day
finished
off
it, that's for
installing
sure.
some trim. Nothing like a master craftsman installing some craftsman style trim. We went with a few extra
master
details
craftsman.
here. We upgraded to the clear pine for the client. And let me tell you, they were super
Oh,
happy.
that's square,
got paid,
bud.
Started my vacation off this weekend. See you on Monday.
Oh man.
How do you not know your pop outs are out?
Oh, they know.
Like, how? What?
I mean, there's beeps, right? Don't it beep and shit?
That's not a motorhome. It's a trailer, I think. Is it a motorhome or is it a trailer?
I'm looking at the shadow, and on the shadow, I don't know. It looks like it.
Looks
Maybe
like a
it's
fifth
getting-
wheel. Rewind it a little bit. Just a hair.
Started my vacation off this weekend. See you on Monday.
I don't know.
Gosh, mate. Either way, how do you not know?
I don't know. It's wild.
They have to know, right?
They have to. I would really hope so. I would
Let me
really
see.
hope so.
I really hope I have this video. Dude, this fence was, I kid you not, like I sent it to Austin and was like, literally, dude, the epitome of like, found someone cheaper. It was, the top of it was like,
Oh,
like a
God.
wave. And then by the time, they were straight, but they weren't level. And by the time we got to the end, I kid you not, Luke, even that guy's homemade level would not have shown level. These things were so freaking crooked. It was
Oh, man.
insane. Oh, I don't think I have it.
Damn.
Ah, it's a bummer.
Reminds me of that deck. We had it on one of our videos where the deck. Remember the deck?
Yeah,
was
but
hella
imagine
wavy?
that being the top of the
fence.
freaking
Yeah.
dog ears.
Yeah.
Like, not even close to straight.
Yeah. All right, we got the next one. This one here. This one is everyone should know this guy. This guy is pretty popular on Instagram. So let me get it pulled up for everyone. There we go. All right.
If you're at Home Depot, don't ask for help. Grab a forklift and get it down yourself. Be a man.
I would.
Do it.
I would do that. I would 100% do that. I was forklift certified.
Funny, yesterday or a couple days ago. Was it yesterday? No, yesterday was Monday. I did not go to Costco yesterday, but on Sunday, I went to Costco and there was a forklift, and they came through and they were getting something down. But as the dude drove by, I was like, "When I grow up, I want to be like you, man, forklift operator."
Was he like 12?
He was probably, I think he was probably in his mid-20s, probably maybe
Yeah.
late 20s.
That's funny. I was forklift certified at one point in time.
Nice.
I was certified
fun.
for a lot of stuff at one point in time.
I feel like driving a forklift would be fun.
It can get hairy.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be good at it.
Mhm.
There's a reason why forklift, certified.
I was, oh man, it's been so long. It was, 11 years ago that I did my cert classes. So I don't even remember what the class is, but I was certified. We had one. It was a Heister, was the brand. But it was like, it had dually pneumatic tires in the front, and it was diesel. Like, it was a big ass forklift, huge. I used to have to move transformers with it, like the big
shit.
green transformers.
Yeah.
But what? Did that lady just pour hella paint on her carpet?
Yeah, let me get it pulled up for everyone. So
Sorry,
this one's longer.
premature.
Yeah, this one's a little bit longer. Here we go. Let me move it down for everybody. There we go. All right.
Oh, hey, it's me. The lady that dumped paint all over the carpet and tore it out a week before Christmas. Because that wasn't a bold enough statement, I also told the internet I'd have epoxy on the floors before Santa came down the chimney.
Sounds like my
most
wife.
of my DIY projects, though, things
Love
didn't
you, babe.
go as smoothly as planned. It's now almost Easter, and I'm finally ready to get this wrapped up. Getting the carpet glue off the concrete in preparation for epoxy was a painful experience. About as much fun as reading through some of my comment sections. That face says it all. I tried adhesive remover, Goo Gone, Coke, elbow grease, but this stuff was stubborn. I didn't want to make the 4-hour round trip to rent a concrete grinder and thought I could make do with this floor buffer instead with a diamond grinding wheel. This was pretty much glorified sandpaper, and I spent what felt like 3 years trying to get the floor glue off. I used my handheld grinder with a metal wheel to take off what the floor buffer left behind. This worked a lot better, but because
Get
it's
the
small,
right
it also
tool.
took forever. Using improper tools felt like cutting grass with nail clippers. I knew I'd get there eventually, but it wasn't the most efficient way to do it. In hindsight, the drive would have been so worth it. I also thought, hey, while I'm wrecking stuff, might as well rip out the tile in our bathroom, remove the popcorn off the ceiling, and why not try my hand at some electrical work too?
Oh my
Oh
god.
shit!
Anywho, now I'm finally done with all that, and it's time for the fun part, the epoxy. Not to worry though, if this doesn't work out, I've got a backup plan.
Oh my god.
So, props to trying to do it herself.
Yeah.
My wife does that stuff all the time. But that if you don't have experience in like everything she was trying to do, that's quite the project.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Like that's crazy.
Like,
And-
what was her plan if the epoxy didn't work? Go through and grind everything off again?
dude.
Like, cool. You did all the prep work. Now hire somebody to epoxy
Yeah.
all your hard work, or you're gonna have to do it again.
Yeah, and then the part that gets me is she's like she wanted to avoid a 4-hour car drive to go get like the right tool. Dude, I am lazy when it comes to that stuff. I want the right tool. Like I want the right tool. For example, I think I've talked about it on the podcast. My driveway, it still has holes in it. I have plans to fill it. And I was trying to fill it this last weekend. That failed. But I could have gotten bags. It would have taken like 60 pound bags. I did the math to fill up those holes that I have in my driveway. But that's lifting the 60-pound bag 60 times at the store, and then 60 more times to get it into my car, and then 60 more times to unload it from my car.
Sir, your car is not going to haul 60-pound bags of concrete.
Dude, you've seen that trailer? I would have put it in the trailer.
You would have. Oh, you told me the trailer was rated for like 1,500 pounds.
Yeah, how much wood do you think we had that one time? A lot.
Make me feel dumb again. Let me do some math. Hold on.
60 times 60.
3,600 pounds. Double the rating for that trailer
60 times 60?
is 3,600.
No, it's not.
60 times 60.
Yeah. 3,600. You're right.
3,600. 3,600 pounds.
You're right.
Double what that trailer's rated for.
Spread it out. Spread it out.
And 1,100 pounds probably over what your car is rated to tow.
No, the car can do 5,000. Anyways.
Not a word.
Anyways,
Anyway.
I could have done bags and a wheelbarrow and all that kind of stuff. No. I'm getting the right tool. I went and found a place that, mind you, this was really hard to find a place that does this too. I only found one out of like the 10 places I called. But I went and found a place that rents out the mixer and does pre-mix concrete in their thing. So I'm going to pick it up. Got a buddy, Brian. Brian's going to
You mean a place up here?
Yeah. Well,
I got
Lodi.
3 of them
In
within.
Lodi. Yeah, there's nothing in
I got
the area
3 of
that-
them within 10 miles of my house.
Well, lucky you.
How far is Lodi from here?
40 minutes.
Well, I guess that's about half the distance to my house.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I could have just friggin' picked one up and brought it up to you with my truck.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I got it planned,
Lucas,
but I'm
this,
getting
come
the
on.
mixer.
I'm the illiterate one. Anyways is not a word. Anyway. Thank you.
Anyway, found a place and they rent out the buggy, the concrete buggy with the premix already done and everything like that. Yeah, so I'm taking the trip to get the right tool.
Yeah.
So that way I can come back and I can literally just pour it in, do what I need to with the concrete, and then
Now,
go return it.
if you were a man, you would just get the forklift and forklift the pallet onto your trailer and then forklift it off your trailer at home.
If I had, yeah, sure. If I had a forklift at home and at the store to use, and if I had like a big old semi truck with a flatbed trailer, sure,
Hey,
yeah,
jump on the forklift yourself. Be a man.
yeah,
Be a man.
yeah, exactly. So, anyway,
We got any more?
yeah, we got one. This one was sent in a while ago by a follower,
But we've been MIA.
We've been MIA, but I said that I would. This is from a buddy of mine from high school. Bruce sent this in. And
Can people see it yet?
Yeah, people can see it now. I just pulled it up. So he just wanted to know your opinion on whether or not you would do this, whether it works, just your comments and thoughts on this. So let's go ahead and play the video.
Okay.
There we go. Look at that. What are your thoughts? You're looking at me funny. What do you think?
I've done it.
You've done it?
Yeah.
Yeah, works pretty good. Having something like a tire.
So, yes, because it gets you that uplift, and then it will move with the stump.
Yeah.
So, like something solid in place, the stump's just going to end up pushing up against it, right? So the tire will kind of move with your stump.
Yeah,
So I
it'll
have
roll.
done it. Mine, I struggled a little more. So that's a super knobby tire with like a center groove in it, right? So everything kind of rests.
Uh-huh.
Mine was a trailer tire, so it was not as tall, was not as big. It was a smaller stump.
Yeah.
But I did get that upward motion, and it did work, but it kept wanting to like fall over. So see how that one's like rocking back and forth?
Yeah.
So mine just kept falling over, and eventually I got it lined up just right, and yes, it did work. So
Oh,
yes.
like right there. It
Yeah,
starts
see
to
how it
wobble
starts
and
to wobble?
Would just fall over for you.
Yeah, so because
it.
mine was like a normal trailer tire, not all knobby like that, it would just like slip on the grass and fall down.
Got it.
So eventually, I think I guided it. I kept the tension on it when it got to that point, and then like used a sledgehammer to straighten it out. And then once it was straightened out, it came the rest of the way. But yeah, that does work.
Nice.
Yes, it does. And I have a winch, and I have done that. I've done it once. But yes, it does work.
Nice.
Anything that gets you that upward like motion.
Do you have to do anything to like prep the roots to like for it to come out like?
So that tree is not freshly cut. That's been dead for a minute. So those roots are rotted.
Got it.
Those
Okay.
roots are done. Man, I wish I'd have sent it to you so you could pull it up. I think it's on my Instagram. But the giant root ball that I ripped out a few weeks ago, did you see that one? Took up like the whole dump trailer.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Do we have another one to keep us occupied? Do we have one more?
We got one to finish it off. So if you can find that root ball,
I do. I can find it.
okay.
Do you want me to text it to you?
Yeah, you can go ahead and text it to me, or if you want to airdrop it to my computer, you can. Do
Oh, that
as
works
well.
too.
It's open, so you should just be able to send it to my Mac. But while you're doing that, I'll come up with some commentary here. And this is a question since we're talking about roots and stuff. Is it true? And I could be super ignorant on this, that the roots go as far out as tree branches and the farthest tree branch, or is that a myth?
It's different on every tree.
Okay.
Some trees can go like certain trees can go to your neighbor's freaking property. Like
But
some
the branches aren't over on that.
No.
Got it. Okay.
I mean, you can cut a branch and still have a root far out. You know what I mean? So I've never used that as like a rule of thumb.
Got it. But in nature, that doesn't mean they don't always correlate that roots are going to be as far out as the farthest out branch.
No.
Got it.
I mean, look at some redwoods. Redwoods don't have really long branches all the time, right? You got like backyard redwoods,
Yeah, true.
but you can have a root that goes friggin' 20 feet. You ain't got a 20-foot branch.
Yeah. All right, let me get the photo pulled up now. I got it on my computer.
It's a photo and a video.
Oh, a photo and a video?
Mm-hmm. But I didn't have a tire for this one.
Okay, they don't see it just yet.
So I didn't have a tire for this one.
All right, this is the photo first.
I did have
They
a-
are able to see it now.
I did have a Kubota, the bigger one to get it in there. So to get that in the trailer, I backed up, opened the doors, had it like I don't know if you can tell in the picture, but I'm kind of blocking the street.
Oh, yeah, I see that. The street's right here.
Yep, street's right there. So I was blocking the street, and I literally flipped it with the front bucket of the tractor into the trailer.
Ah,
And then this is me winching it out because the tractor was not strong enough. So like I said, the picture in the trailer doesn't do it much justice, but that's a 14-foot dump trailer. So there's my winch setup. There's the tractor. And this is just flipping it out. And this blew over in a storm about 6 weeks before I got to this point, so things weren't super dead.
got it.
And then come to find out, there was a freaking old palm tree stump from an old palm tree that was cut down in this mix of nightmare.
Oh, jeez.
So there it is upside down
Damn.
from me ripping it out.
Man, look at that. This one right here.
Mhm.
That is a root. What do you fill in the hole with? Just like other dirt? Or
So,
is there certain things that you should?
Normally we would stump grind, but because of how it fell and it was halfway ripped up, like the back half had already torn out,
Yeah.
the guy didn't want me to stump grind, and because I do charge a little more for that, and he was like, I want you just to rip the whole thing out, and then they were gonna like put some fill dirt in and make a little garden bed or something.
Gotcha.
But yeah, that thing was huge.
Yeah.
Dude, that thing was massive. It was insane. But that was the biggest root ball I've ever pulled out. And it was two. It was the stump you could see in the picture, and then behind it was a palm stump from a tree they had cut down years ago.
Damn.
So that was one of those jobs where I was like, oh, thank goodness I got a friggin' 12,000-pound winch on my truck.
Yeah, right? Jeez. All right, let's get to this last video. I feel like this will wrap it up. This is, have you seen this video?
I have not.
You have not seen this video.
Mm-mm.
Okay, this is a good one then. But I feel like this is good based on our topics from today, towards the beginning. So, all right, let's get it pulled up for the people. They're able to see it. So here we go.
We told a whole generation of kids, in so many words, these jobs are so unimportant, you don't even get to look at them. Wood shop, metal shop, auto shop, all those things. We just took them right out. We arbitraged them right out of the curricula.
We did that on top of telling a generation of 3, 4, and 5, and 6-year-old, especially little boys, you're the problem. If you can't sit still and shut your mouth for 8 hours and do this worksheet, you are the problem.
Damn.
Yeah. I was like, that's...
That hit deep.
Yeah, right?
That hit deep. I mean, you know, what this comes back to kind of what our basis is, the grind, grit, repeat of this show, and having like the blue collar. Here's how I've always worded it. The way that our world runs nowadays, white collar people are and can be important. However, way back when, late 1800s, early 1900s, when the foundation of our nation was being built, yes, there was money moving around. Yes, there was people puppeteering and whatnot. But would railroads have been laid? Would structures have been built? Would bridges have been made? Would traveling be what it is today without physical blue collar, getting down and dirty, learning these things. I just told you how I took that test and felt illiterate, but I could probably build a house from scratch. I can remove a tree that people would look at and go, I don't know how they're going to do that without a friggin' helicopter. Like, can you just use a handsaw and a helicopter and get it out of here? Like, no, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
And it's like, obviously, I don't know. To me, the importance of those things, it really frustrates me that school started, because obviously it was a huge thing when I was still in school. Go ahead, make the joke, whatever joke you want to make.
I didn't have one.
But I did take wood shop. I took metal shop. I took auto shop.
Yep.
I took, and I don't know. I already had a leg up in these things because I was already doing it at home with my dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they're telling us about rotating tires in auto shop, and I'm like, done it since I was 12.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to learn this. And then the instructor would be like, oh, what's the pattern? Well, you have a couple options. Back two, cross them to the front, or vice versa. You know, you got to cross at least one set, but back to front, front to back, cross at least one. Maybe cross both. You have options. But you got to at least cross one set. That way they wear evenly.
Yeah.
And he was kind of impressed, but I'm in a class with people that are like, what?
Yeah.
What? And I'm like, you guys don't do this with your dad?
Yeah.
Like, my dad made my sister, who's 6 years older than me, know how to change a freaking tire before she got her driver's license.
Yeah.
He's like, no, you will not be some damsel in distress. You will learn how to change a tire.
Yeah.
But like that guy said, the generation after me, generation after you, it's like, oh, we don't need that. That's not important. We need to put our money, towards bathrooms for all instead of wood shop and auto shop. Like, the fact that people don't think that those things are still important baffles me. It baffles me. What is our country without, what is the world without people knowing how to build and do these hands-on things? Sorry, robots aren't doing it all yet. We're not there.
Yeah. Not yet.
But even then, who's going to build the robots?
Other robots.
But it's like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? But to me, it's like, I don't know. Again, biased opinion, but the hands-on tradesmen are what built this world and what maintain it.
Yep.
Technology has made it a little easier, but it was all done back in the day without it.
Yeah. Yep. That's
So-
true. But, well, we made it. We're at over an hour here, so hopefully.
Well, it's been 2 months,
yeah.
and I didn't even get everything off my chest yet.
Yeah. Hopefully
So-
the people like it.
Stay tuned for another one.
Yeah. Apologies for the outages there. You're going to see the
Yeah, we'll have
not
some,
available for a second or whatever.
Yeah. the heat.
I'll put in little beeps too, like if the signal goes out.
Well, so I mean, we're over an hour, but there was, I don't know, a few minutes of that, which was power outages. But all right, well, we're back. Still grind, grit, repeat, and we'll see you next time.
Good.